Could this be the famous Matsuma Hondo sword that's been missing in America? It's thought that it was taken by Sergeant Coldy Bymore of the 7th Cavalry. But in fact, I got this one from a Foot Locker that was owned by a chief petty officer in the Navy who had a green uniform, and just so happens the chief petty officer has 3 stripes, just like a sergeant. And I don't know of Coldy Bymore. That doesn't sound like some kind of an alias. But this sword has been locked away for 70 years, ever since the other one came missing. It has blood on it, on the blade. You can see that is blood. And this would be meat, a piece of meat. Now, by Japanese lore, you could not return the sword to its scabbard unless you had the blood of an enemy or your own blood on it. Could this be the sword? It's been locked away in a Foot Locker for 70 years. I purchased the Foot Locker at an estate sale. When I opened it, I was surprised to find 2 large projectile shells from a ship. I think one was a 40 millimeter and the other one, they tell me, is from an ACAC gun. This sword was also in there. Again, it has blood on the blade and meat on the end of it from its last victim. Now I'm going to remove the handle. Ethan, can you run the camera? I'm going to remove the handle. And when I remove the handle, you'll notice that it has the writing, or me, it's called MEI, me, from its maker. This me, get a close-up of it, explains the whole history of the sword. I can't decipher Japanese. Get the shadow out of it, get the light out of it. I'm going to try to get a little better shot of the me. Okay. Now, if anybody can help me decipher this and determine the exact origin of this sword, I would be very appreciative. You can see the leather bindings. The leather bindings are old. I had to apply some glue to keep them from falling off. They're so old. The sword is complete. Even the hilt and the handle. Here is the hilt. They have another name for it. The Suba, I think it's called. It has writing on it also. Some of the writing was underneath where it mounts to the handle. You can tell by it, the rust on it, that it's black. It's been rusty for at least 100 years. Nearest I can tell, this thing is 400 years old. Now I will show you the marksmanship in the blade. You can see that it has the same markings as the famous missing sword. The man, I cannot identify him, who owned this Foot Locker, but in the Foot Locker were medals. The man was highly decorated. He has seen action in several areas during World War II, including Pearl Harbor. No doubt he was in the war a long time throughout the occupation of Japan and acquired this sword. Can anybody help me identify it? Thank you very much. This is Jim. This is James Johnson. And Ethan Johnson, signing off from beautiful Anza, California, at the park. Just another day at the park.